Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a TK Maxx haul. I actually got a voucher for my birthday, which, by the way, would you be interested in a birthday haul? Like a what I got for my birthday? Let me know. But I went to TK Maxx yesterday and I picked up a few little bits with a voucher, plus a little bit of other things as well, so I thought I would share them with you. Last week I did a video where at the end of the video I kind of threw in a bonus get ready with me for the video and you guys seem to like it. So if you're at all interested in this makeup look that I have on today, stay tuned till the end and I'm going to do kind of a chatty, full-on playing with makeup. Very unusual get ready with me because I don't usually wear makeup like this, but I was just kind of playing around and having some fun. So the first thing that I saw, and the thing that really I spent my voucher on, was these. How amazing are these? I used to have a pair of high top Vans that were kind of leather and black, but these, I don't know if it's going to pick up, it will. They say waffle lovers, that's the waffle. They've got just kind of like a little bit of something to them. I love the little hearts where the laces poke out. I love that they're kind of like a cream and white. So pretty. I'm not a high top wearer, but this time last year, or maybe this time 2 years ago, I wasn't someone who wore kind of mom jeans or anything either. So I kind of feel like I'm leaning into that 80s style more and more, and maybe I'll be a high top wearer. I just think that they look really cute, and maybe I'll wear them with my kind of like baggier jeans now that that is the style of jean that I'm wearing. But I'm definitely going to be on Pinterest looking for some style inspo of people wearing high top Vans now. So if you know me at all, you would know I'm not really a socks wearer, which is kind of strange. I'm just not a socks person. And then recently I've been wearing socks. My feet have been cold. This is a thing. I've always had hot feet. My dad's got, why are you talking about this? I've always had hot feet and my dad's always had hot feet. I think this is a hereditary thing because I remember Ella when she was really, really small, like a baby. I remember putting her blanket off and she had beads of sweat on her feet. She was fine everywhere else, but just her feet were hot. And I was like, this is a really weird, bizarre, hereditary thing. So my dad doesn't really wear socks very much either. And I just never thought of it as being this odd thing until people started pointing it out to me. And I started wearing socks last year because my feet were cold. This is like the most boring story I've ever told, but maybe it'll resonate with some of you. And I realised that actually not wearing socks makes my feet hotter in shoes. I had no idea. So I've started wearing socks. Man. Maybe I've been on YouTube too long. Long and the short of it, I've been looking for some kind of cute styles of socks rather than just like plain socks, especially since you can see them poking out the top of my shoes, which I'm not keen on because I never used to have. And I can't do, trainer socks. Every single pair of trainer socks I've ever tried to put on, it's not going to stay on my feet. It drives me crazy. So these were really cute. These were £2.20 and they're from a brand called Beck Sondergaard. And they're a really unusual material as well. I mean, super cute anyway. But I've never seen, they're like an acrylic woven sock. I just think they were so cute. Where do you buy socks from, guys? Where do you buy socks from if you've got cute socks? Because I'm looking to purchase some socks. Oh, something I wanted to show you because I was going to put these on in the video. This is just the backing for them. These were a House of Harlow pair of earrings. I remember House of Harlow being the thing when I first started on YouTube, like 12 years ago. These are not at all my style. And I tell you what, I feel like they inspired this makeup look today because when I put them on, it's all going to come together. So I had my ears pierced last year. It's just boring story time left and right today. I had my ears pierced last year for the first time in a long time because they just healed really badly when I was a teenager. I had them pierced with a needle. By the way, highly recommend. I had such terrible experiences and I just thought my ears were just, like, I overhealed, I scarred badly. It was all bad. But it turns out it might probably have been the gun that they multiple times pierced my ears with. Because I haven't had a problem with these at all when I had them done with, and I had 2 holes at once. And I'm suddenly obsessed with earrings because I haven't been able to wear earrings in like 10 years. I love them. So I'm living my hoop dreams and I feel like these hoops totally inspired this look. There's some drama. There's some drama to these hoops. So these were £10. They also had like a smaller version that were £5. And I kind of wish I'd got the smaller ones as well to put in the second hoops. By the way, I've been buying these little baby hoops. I've got them in gold. I've got them in silver. They're just little huggies. I will link them for you because they're only about £10. I've got them in this hole here. So comfortable, from Amazon. Cannot recommend them enough. Like I say, I have multiple different ones of them. I have like 3 or 4 silver pairs in different sizes. And I think the smallest ones that are like really hug to your ears are like 8mm. Love them so much. I also got another pair of earrings from Rachel Zoe with that in mind because I love the little huggy ones. These were $12.99. Rachel Zoe, a little bit pricier. And obviously what appealed to me about these ones were the little star and moon. How cute are they? But I did check, because these ones, obviously, I couldn't sleep in these. These are like big earrings. But I did check while I was in the store, and these Rachel Zoe ones, if I can take them off the packaging, are the same as those Amazon ones. So they're like a huggy, so that they'll kind of click. And I could sleep in that. That wouldn't cause me any problem at all. I can't sleep with a proper like earring back. That would drive me crazy. But I love these. I think they're really cute. And it gave me the idea, because they are just like little huggies, it gave me the idea of maybe putting on like a little charm, you know, on just the regular huggies that I've got. I could probably get a little charm and just loop it around. I'm sure that's something you've thought of before, but I'm new to earrings, you see. And then the other thing, is this the only thing that I bought? Because I feel like I bought loads. The other thing that I got was this exfoliating back scrubber by Aquis. I think it's Aquis and not Aki. Aquis. I love this brand for their hair turbans. I've got multiples. I've bought them for other people, but this was really interesting to me. Oh, it's exactly what I hoped for it to be. Okay, right. So I had one that was similar to this. I'm really hopeful that this is going to be so much better than the other one. So I had one that was like a kind of a mesh, really scrubby. This is a back scrubber, by the way. A mesh one that I got from my FabFitFun box, I think. It was a few years ago, and it was fantastic. Like my skin. I'm really, really itchy. It's all coming out. I'm really, really itchy, and I have kind of dry skin. But I also have acne-prone body skin. So like chest, arms, back, I do get spots. And when I was a kid, it was really bad. Like I actually had medication for it. Oxytetracycline, in case anyone's interested. So I got this thing from, I've had loads of different like back scrubbers and stuff. Someone reminded me the other day, I'd completely forgotten this even happened, but I was talking about buying a back scrubber and someone said that to this day they will never buy a plastic back scrubber because of what had happened to me. And I said, what happened to me? No memory of this. Apparently, and I remember it now, she told me, I told the story on YouTube and I'd forgotten about it. I was scrubbing my back with the plastic back thing and the whole head of the brush came off and I just scored. I put a big scrape down my skin. It was really sore. Maybe I've just blocked this out. But in the back of my mind, I haven't bought a plastic brush since then. I've always bought wooden ones. The problem with those is they go soft quicker, especially if they've been underwater. The bristles get soft. Anyway, so I had one of these. It was white and it was kind of like a mesh, but it got holes in it and it just didn't last very well. It said it's got charcoal. It says, two-sided material for varied exfoliation, deep cleans, lathers amazingly well, refreshes and massages, removes residual impurities. I'm sure somewhere it said it had charcoal in it, unless it's just the colour is charcoal. It could be that. It could be that. Anyway, so it's got like a microfiber, almost like the same fabric as their hair, hair turbans. And then on the other side, it's like a scrubby material. I'll keep you posted, but I'm holding out a lot of hope on this. But that's it, actually. That's everything that I bought with my voucher. I'm going to throw you now to me earlier on before I did this. And it's going to end up being most of the video, to be fair, because I just thought, oh, I'll get ready to film the video. And then it just took a turn. We went in different direction and Yeah, do you know, some of it I'm really into. I don't think I need to highlight this part of my nose. I think I already have that covered. But some of this I'm going to implement. It was really fun. And I'm going to go to Pinterest immediately and I'm going to find another look to try and replicate. Do you know what I might try and do? Like the freckles. Oh, look how different like the difference in colour between my face and my hand. For those of you who stayed with me, I am going to test out this new Lee Stafford Scalp I say new to me. I don't know how new this is. The Skin Kind Dry Shampoo. I'm kind of hoping this is going to be a dupe for their clean dry shampoo that I was obsessed with. This is Third Day Hair. My hair looks greasy almost immediately, so I am a good dry shampoo tester. If you're someone who doesn't like a powdery dry shampoo, I'm probably not your person to go to for a recommendation, because if it's not powdery, I feel like it's not absorbing anything. The ones that say they're invisible, you can't tell that they're in your hair. Well, you probably can't tell and they're not actually doing anything. So I'm going to leave that to absorb a little bit while I put some makeup on. So I keep seeing these things on Pinterest. Pinterest, do you guys still use Pinterest? I've been playing around with Pinterest again recently. It was mostly when I was going to do something different with my hair. So I'll leave everything that I used linked below because I don't want to have to kind of talk you through everything I'm using as I'm using it. But I am going to try and do something similar to these kind of glass skin looks I've been seeing. I watched a couple of videos ahead of time to see what the youths are doing. And I think I've got an idea. So yeah, I don't know if you guys use Pinterest anymore. I kind of went off it for quite a while. I really only go back to it well, that's not true. I did use it a lot when I was looking for Vegas inspiration when we were doing the vow renewal, because there's a lot of like wedding-y stuff on there. It's usually something specific. I'm not kind of on Pinterest as a social media, whereas I know that some people never stops using it. Like they use Pinterest as much as they use like Instagram or whatever. I'm interested to know if any of you guys still use the app that same way. I used to be obsessed. I used to be on Pinterest all the time. Anyway, long story short, I was looking on there for some hair inspiration and I kept coming up with these, or it kept coming up with these images of these girls that just looked like dolls. They were like, almost looked plastic, and they were highlighted in all these specific areas, and they were all they looked very natural and yet completely supernatural, if you know what I mean. It was kind of otherworldly, like something from a sci-fi movie. It was super crazy. So I kept they just kept coming up. So I thought I might give it a go. I might try. This is not blending very well. I might try and create something similar. I also keep seeing this underpainting, but people are like not really blending it. They're just like leaving it like quite unblended and dark underneath their foundation. So I'm going to try that today because I've got nowhere to be. Might look a little bit crazy at the school run, but who knows? Who knows? And the funny thing will be, you will have just watched the first half of this video. So if you were thinking, Jesus, what's wrong with her makeup? Now you know. Now you know what was wrong with my makeup. I never do the nose contour because my nose is kind of weirdly bumpy. It's not a straight nose. So I don't really ever know what to do with it in terms of contour. But this year, I'm playing with makeup and I'm thinking less about how terrible it's going to look and more about just, it's supposed to be fun, isn't it? Makeup is supposed to be fun. So one of the things beyond Pinterest, beyond Pinterest, one of the things I wanted to talk about was something I'd seen recently on social media, not on Pinterest. Man, she's all over the place today. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's something called the Lucky Girl Syndrome. And I hadn't heard of this. It just kind of popped up on, I think it was an Instagram reel, but apparently it's become a bit of a TikTok phenomenon. And it is, to me, like a slightly more, accessible version of manifesting, but it feels different in a few different ways. And I've seen people talk about this, and some people hate it, some people love it. It's very much like manifesting. It's very much like the woo-woo of all that stuff, in that it's got some real fans and some major skeptics. But there is a lot of kind of disconnect between the two communities online. And the people who are really, really into manifesting and the law of attraction and stuff seem to very much dislike this lucky girl syndrome. And if you've never heard of it, you looking for, there it is, my brow pencil. You kind of go around your life assuming that you're lucky and that good things will happen to you. And so you worry less and you kind of look for the good things and you see them when they're put in front of you, which is kind of, it's very, very similar to the law of attraction, or it's similar to the way that I've described it to people who are like, it does put you in a positive mindset. You're looking for the good rather than the bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, the thing that people have got are taking issue with is that it kind of takes all of the accountability out of it. So if you are someone who believes in the law of attraction in its like purest form, and you take it very seriously, then part of it is that you then, like you say, you tell the universe, these are the things that I want. You know, you believe that the universe will provide you with those things, but you can't believe that the universe will provide you with those things if you just kind of like sit on the sofa and do absolutely nothing with your life. You have to have an actual change in yourself as well. That the idea is that you are working with the universe to bring the thing that it is that you want. Whereas the lucky girl thing kind of takes all of your own accountability out of it and just says, well, it'll just happen for me and I don't need to do anything. I personally don't have a problem with it. I think everything that I take from the law of attraction can be taken from this lucky girl concept. And I think it's relatively harmless in the same way that the law of attraction is. But I can see where people are coming from because it also kind of absolves you of any responsibility. So, I mean, everything can be abused, can't it? Everything can be used. I mean, any kind of faith can be used for bad. And I don't know, I can kind of see where people are coming from, but I'm interested to see what you guys think, especially those of you who are very woo-woo. Is this something that you've heard of, number one? And if so, is it something that I was going to put, oh, I've got a glittery thing I wanted to wear today. Is it something that kind of bothers you, that has been used in this new way? It feels like it's the law of attraction for the next generation. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Oh, this is so pretty. When I went through my collection and like pulled all this stuff out, there's so much stuff, especially the glittery things, that I never used to use. Oh, it's so pretty. Why was I not using this? I think, as I've talked about a ton in the past, so many people are, I don't get this pencil right. This has been raved about. This is the Fenty eyeliner and it's so dry. I don't understand it because some people seem to absolutely love it. And it's just so dry. I feel like it just dried out really, really quickly because it's kind of almost like a gel liner. What is this actually called? Longwear pencil liner. But it felt, when I first got broken it. When I first got it, it was very, very black and kind of creamy. And now, pointless exercise. Let me find another. I know I had a fantastic one from, here we go, Pixie. This is a really good one. This is the Endless Silky Eye Pen. And this is always good. Fenty's been so hit and miss for me. So hit and miss. Anyway, as I was going to say, so many people are searching for something, myself included. So many people looking for something to believe in, truthfully, because I think we're kind of the generation that didn't automatically believe in whatever your parents believed in. There was more autonomy. The previous generation were kind of like raised in a religion or not, dependent on your family. And I think our generation were the first generation that felt comfortable, or maybe were given that freedom to choose, or at least for some people. And it just feels like that has bred this seeker mentality that it's funny, because when I watch TV shows and movies that are kind of based in the 60s and 70s, there was such a thing as a seeker, and they were the people who were into kind of astrology and crystals. And I feel like we've gone around again, and people, although I don't necessarily particularly love an organised religion, I do think that humans need something to believe in. I think that we need a faith. We need to believe there's something bigger than us, because it is too much to put on ourselves that we really are responsible for everything that happens to us. So we want someone else to be responsible. We need to believe it isn't just us. And whether that be aliens or a higher power, whatever, everyone believes in something different. But I think everybody needs to believe. I truly, truly think that that is what is kind of leading us all right now. And maybe that's like a political thing as well. We're looking for somebody else to be like, I'll do it. I'll tell you what to do. We want to be led. We want to not think that we're responsible. And also someone to blame, I suppose, when things go wrong. I know I would like to believe that everything happens for a reason. And, you know, if I screw up, well, that was meant to be. I'm definitely someone who tries not to worry about things that I can't control. But I think that sometimes I will kind of become a bit head in the sand about that, because although, you know, let's not worry about it until it happens. Let's not worry about something we can't control. That sounds like a healthy mindset. It isn't necessarily, because I'm absolving myself of responsibility and ignoring a situation because I don't want to deal with it. Maybe it all depends on the perspective, and realistically, I don't want to have to deal with that. And so everything happens for a reason. What will be, will be. It is what it is that. That's, I think, why we butt heads so often, because we all have these different ways of dealing with stress and life. And those of us who are a bit head in the sand and a bit everything happens for a reason, want something else to believe in instead. We are very much the modern day seekers. I definitely would identify as that myself. And the more I read, apparently there's a book called, I mean, this is not entirely relevant, but there's a book called Essentialism that's on my Audible wish list at the moment, and I'm going to read that soon, because I love the whole thing of why we do what we do, and we're trying to do things we shouldn't be trying to do. And if you guys can recommend, especially any books that are on an audiobook to do with like the human condition, I'm all ears. Right, I'm currently deciding, am I going to do, this is beautiful, I never use this. I mean, look how little of this I've used. This was a Becca, I want to say this is a Chrissy Teigen, but it might not be. This was beautiful. Endless Bronze and Glow. How gorgeous. This is the Chrissy Teigen, and I did use this one a lot. I will never get rid of it. I used it a lot, but still, lots left. Maybe actually, now I've pulled this out, I'm going to do a little bit of that blush. And then I want to do my very specific highlight placement with that Topshop blush that I pulled out the other week, because I think that is perfect for this kind of glass skin thing I'm going to try and achieve. That makes me sound like, oh, we're going to do a glass skin tutorial, guys. No, not quite. I just Googled glass skin for like an image of just like what I'm going to do. And then I saw some pictures that made me want to do this contour around my mouth. But I didn't do earlier. What do we think? Does this make a difference? I love the idea of contour. I'm not very good at it. Also, I just feel like my nose is not the right shape for contour. You know, like the bulbous end. I feel like that doesn't lend itself to contour, you know? I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but I'm just going to do a little bit more all over. Right, I've done a little bit all over the place. I even did like this under here, and I really think that made a big difference. So I should have filmed it. So I'm going to also do some with this super pale colour from this Too Faced, what is it called? Natural Eyes. I'm going to do, I see this a lot. And then I never want to put too much kind of cream here because it's not the most flattering to put too much powder or, too much product in this area. But I do see this as like a lift contour, so I thought I would put a little bit of that there. I've done a little bit more contour here, so I'll do a little bit more. I'm just doing kind of matte stuff. Then I'm going to go blend it slightly and then go over with the crazy highlight. This might also help me figure out where it is. Oh my god. It tastes of chocolate. Legit taste of chocolate. This is kind of a dry run for putting in all of the other. Okay, just gonna kind of blend this all out a little bit. I honestly can't wait to see what this looks like once I'm finished, but also when I come to edit the first half of this video, because to me at this point I'm gonna look like a clown. I'm also gonna bronze my neck a little bit because it's gonna have to blend somewhat with the rest of me, which is now heavily contoured. I'm gonna use this Chameleon highlight from Topshop, which you can't even buy anymore, but it's fantastic. And I never used to use it. And then a couple of weeks ago, I pulled it out and was like, wow, this is going to be next level. I'm gonna look crazy for the school run later. Oh, wow. This is a look. I mean, I feel like it's going to give me the look that I wanted from Pinterest, but I do think maybe I could have picked something that wasn't like a colour shifting blue purple highlight, because this looks kind of champagne, but it's, you can see as it flips in the light, it goes kind of like blue. But I did say otherworldly. We're going for it. I'm going to layer this up with a slightly less insane highlight from Fenty. I use this. This is the Kilowatt highlight in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. And Fire Crystal, which is this side, I've barely used because it's so frosty. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I feel like I need something more, more neutral, but still, oh, this is probably exactly what I was looking for. Now I need, holy moly, this is shimmery AF. Kind of want to do it like down here as well. Is that too much? Probably is, but when did that ever stop me? Oh, do you know what I'm going to use? I've got this face and body gloss, which I have barely ever used, but is perfect for this, isn't it? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. This is from Primark. It's pretty much just like a shimmery Vaseline though, truthfully. So, I mean, I don't know whether or not you really need this, although obviously it's not expensive. It's from Primark, but if you can't get it, it is like slightly tinted and slightly shimmery, but you could totally make this if you like crushed a little bit or like pumped a little bit of like highlight. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. This reminds me of when I got married and I remember doing my makeup, looking in the mirror and being like, if I can do this, like, why don't I look like this every day? Now I need to do something kind of sculpty, I think, just to kind of go with everything else. I'm going to use a couple of different pencils. I'm going to start off with Naked from Urban Decay on the outer line, also in the corners, to kind of give this 3D lip. Then I've got Weirdo from Urban Decay, which is quite a bit paler, that I'm going to fill in with, but it's going to like, I'm going to blend it as I fill. And then I'm going to put on this. This is like unexpectedly Fenty heavy. This Fenty Beauty gloss. This is the Gloss Bomb in Fussy, the original one. I'm going to put that just in the middle. And then I'm going to get that. Oh, do we need anything? Maybe not. I was thinking maybe I'll just put a tiny bit of that Topshop stuff. It's just so iridescent and amazing. Oh, wow, I look like a Bratz doll. My favourite L'Oreal setting spray. This is the craziest makeup I've ever done, and I feel like I've given myself a Who nose, you know, like from Whoville, like a little, what was she called? Was it Martha May? Who was the one played by Christine Baranski that was determined? Oh no, Christine Baranski was the mayor's wife. Yes, that's who I kind of feel like I'm channeling with this nose. Okay, time to see how the dry shampoo did. I don't even think I'm going to do anything to my hair, truthfully, because I'm slightly worried that if I take any time to like heat style it now, my makeup might melt off my face before I can film the first half of this video. So we're just going to go with whatever this has given me. Do you know what? There is like a powdery, I mean, I used a lot of it, but there is like a powdery residue. There's definitely like a matte root, but I don't think it's left a white cast, and it feels relatively clean. To say I have dry shampoo in my hair, it does feel relatively clean. I think if you are a Batiste fan, but you're looking for something that feels a little bit nicer than Batiste, you might like this. Quite enjoying that. I feel like I've gone like Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's gone in a different direction, and especially with these earrings that I'm going to put on, we've gone. I feel like I've aged myself, truthfully, but it's fun. It's fun to play with makeup. If you've got like a specific look and you're like, I can't possibly, just give it a go. It's makeup, it washes off. And I'm totally going to do the school run looking like this. I definitely am feeling a New Jersey, like a Real Housewives of New Jersey like lip, but especially since I put my hair down. 100%. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I will be back on Friday with the Friday faves.